we talked a couple weeks ago about Will Smith not really being canceled after all. And just about an hour or two ago, we got the new trailer for Emancipation, which is Apple TV's new Oscar season contender that will open in theaters on December 2nd and will play on Apple Plus on December 9th, I believe.
And how was that trailer?
It looks terrific. It's Anton Fuqua's directing. It's a movie about a runaway slave who joins the Union Army. Um, it looks very good. And I like Antoine Fuqua's action films, if for no other reason than, for the 2000s and 2010s, he was making hard action movies in a PG-13 world, but I digress. This, I would argue, is yet more evidence that despite all the online discourse of, oh, why did Will Smith get canceled when Roman Polanski is still making movies, or well, Ezra Miller still gets to make The Flash, or David O. Russell is still making movies, etc., etc., etc. Nothing's actually happened to Will Smith. He's been banned from the Academy for 10 years. Well, yeah, he slapped somebody on the last Oscar telecast. Regardless of my feelings on that, that's a reasonable punishment for that particular event. But otherwise, nothing's happened. He's still got his big Oscar movie coming out in early December. I think Apple kind of hopes that there won't be a big front runner by Thanksgiving, and it will sort of become the preemptive front runner if it's that good, just as was the case with Clint Eastwood's $1 Million Baby in 2004.
Could that movie Emancipation win Best Picture with Will Smith in it? Oh, he just can't win Best Actor.
Well, I mean, he can. He is eligible to win, but I'll put $100 on it just in the off chance it happens, then I'll be rich. But I mean, yes, he can still be nominated. He can still win, and obviously he can win every other. I imagine he will get a Golden Globe nomination just so that particular organization that likes to kiss up to celebrities can invite him to the show. And if he shows up, that makes the Golden Globes telecast a bigger event than it otherwise would have been.
But can he accept the award, or did he just get banned from the event, the Oscars?
Telecast, if by some fluke he actually wins, or he just does this, PR wise would be this, the quote unquote smart thing is he just sends one of his co-stars up to accept on his behalf. So then he gives a lesser known black actor, a global spotlight on the Oscar stage. Because again, even if the Oscar campaign isn't terribly Will Smith centric, they can still, promote everybody else involved in that movie and say, to riff on the imitation game Oscar punditry or the Oscar campaign from 2015, honor the movie, even if you don't want to honor the man. It opens on December 2nd, which means, the weekend after Thanksgiving, which is a famously dead weekend. And I have argued for years and years that Tom Cruise's The Last Samurai, that opened at $23 million, did 113 domestic and 455 worldwide, opening right after Thanksgiving. If the movie is commercial, you can open there. There's no good reason for that to be a dead weekend. So I'm not expecting Fortune and Glory for Emancipation. I'm not expecting to be obviously as crowd pleasing as The Last Samurai, but there's money to be made if the movie's there.